So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we're going to be having a conversation on ease with bodies. And today I have amazing CFs with me. And to begin with, Smriti Goswami, who is Joy of Business, Talk to the Entities, Right Voice for You, Facilitator. And did I miss anything? Oh, we did.
TT.
Okay. I did say Talk to the Entities.
Yeah.
What Right Voice for You and Joy of Business.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And we have Raashi Gulati, who is Right Voice for You facilitator and a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. So, what a conversation is that going to be? Because we're just getting started. As we have our class coming up in Mumbai, well, that's a body class. And what else can you receive with these specialty classes that we all are doing? And why is it that we're doing these specialty classes? We'll discuss that also, if time permits. So here we are, and that was something that we were discussing. Smriti suggested let's have ease in creation, okay? Ease with creation of the class, creation of bodies, because we're talking about bodies. So do people know what is the difference between ease and easy? Smriti, would you want to talk about it? Like, what is the difference between ease and easy? Okay.
So, okay, cool. That's an interesting question. So, easy is where you want to have a quick fix. It's like just looking to just create something just like that with um
Quick,
yeah,
like, okay,
like a quick fix, like a shortcut kind of a thing.
shortcut, yeah.
But when you're asking for ease is including and having the choice of just creating without any point of view, just by demand, just on request, and knowing that it will get created. So, like, if I want something, all I have to do is just choose it, and I know it will get created, whether I have the money for it or not, whether things are going in my favor or not. It's like it's just choosing and the willingness to have it.
So basically, what we're saying is relaxation, no panic, no rush, no nothing. Even if things are not looking up the way they like you looking at going to a certain destination, but things are not really looking up yet, you can have ease in that situation. And for example, like today, Rashi wasn't feeling too good, but she could still have ease with her body today to be on the call. And easy could be, yeah, okay, it's too easy for you to kind of say, no, I'm not going to do it. Or I don't think this is for me. Or let's just drop it. Or how to, when I was growing up, my dad used to say, kids today want a quick fix and they want to just earn a quick buck, like they want to make quick money. Now
And
that could probably be the easy thing.
yeah, but there's nothing wrong in
No, nothing wrong,
choosing
nothing
anything
wrong.
to be easy either. It's like it's good if things are easy, but
Yeah,
there's no no judgments on that.
no
And
judgments. Yeah,
in fact, it's good to have things come to you easily. But
yes.
when you're looking at a difference between easy and ease
Mhm.
is more of a space of relaxing into
Yeah,
receiving and trusting yourself and knowing it'll
that
get.
it is going to show up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's more about it comes from a space of innate trust in yourself that this will be done because I'm choosing it. So,
correct.
so
So wow, yes,
my question
yes.
to you, Kavita, is like, uh, like we have a 3-day body class coming up. What made you choose to be a 3-day body class facilitator? What was that invitation for you? What what
Well,
showed up for you when you were attending 3-day body classes?
well, this goes 10 years back because that was a time when my friend pushed me to choose a body class. And I was like, why a body class? Because I just completed my foundation. And she said, I can't go, you go, because she was pregnant. And she's like, I need those processes to be done. And I'm like, but are you crazy? I had to go to Bombay. We had nobody in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. I was really not up for it, but I just went because somebody asked me to. And it took me 5 months to come into gratitude for what I had learned. And I was very restless, very impatient, very impulsive, very angry. I mean, I had a list of things I can tell you who I was. before I got into Access. So for me to sit and do a process and just be there with the body and be present, I didn't know what it was. It meant to be present. And those 3 days changed almost everything. Though it took me 5 months to recognize what changed, and oh my God, what gratitude I had for that class. My money flow increased, my relationship changed, my body changed so beautifully because I was XL size at that time. And I was like, with no, yeah, I mean, I had a lot of judgment. I wouldn't say no judgment, but yes, a lot of judgment for my body I had. And yeah, and after my first body class, I fell sick for like 21 days. And my son was sick, I was sick, and I was like, ah, a lot of that yuck coming out. And then I chose another body class the following year. And I'm like, wow, this is something, it's fun, it's relaxation. It was so much of ease. I have never experienced that ease in my body. I was always stressed out. I was a single mother at that time. My body used to keep hurting because I was perceiving a lot of judgment from family, from people. Oh my God, bichari, and stuff. So you get it, like that journey was very intense. And the main thing was I started making a lot of money after that. And body class is the only place where you're doing something, right? Like you're putting your hands, giving a command, you're literally doing something, and you don't know what's going to change. You have no idea. So that's little unnerving at times because you can't tell the person, you're going to get this, but I know that something's going to shift. What? Don't ask me. Um, that got me too excited, and I was like, this is something I know what I'm talking. I have to do something. See, clearings, it took me 3 years to get to clearings. Clearings, how do you ask a question? No. While I was asking a question, I was not really sure if that was a question. But body, you just know it. Don't use your mind. Put your hands and you're sorted. You're done. Okay. I would do those processes on myself, and my son was not too well. His body changed, his illnesses changed. He was used to be sick all the time. So that shifted. Yeah. So that was my major reason for doing this.
It also invites you, all these body processes also invites you to be very, very present with the person you're working on. And also
Yes.
you're receiving, you think that person is running a particular body process and you think something on those lines, whatever's written in that particular body process, things are changing, but something totally different starts showing up and changing. Your whole world starts shifting and changing. So
Yeah.
that's the beauty of all these access classes, in fact.
And laughter. Oh my God. Laughter was a byproduct. I had forgotten how to laugh. So that changed. So that was the only thing that pulled me. I was like, bodies. See, even during COVID, because I started the journey way before, and then COVID happened. Then I continued my journey because there are a lot of prerequisites for this. So during COVID, it was just like I wish I had somebody who could do this, or have more ease and more stuff with my body. And then COVID, my husband had a heart attack. I swear to God, when I did 1 month, I just did processes on him, and the way he recovered, nobody can even say that he's a heart patient. Okay, that encouraged me even more that when COVID is gone, I'm going to do this. That actually became one of the, because the prereqs are pretty steep for this.
So, in fact, it's interesting that you're sharing this. I have a friend in Delhi who was working on a particular patient who has esophagus cancer, and it was like a big lump on his. He had this big lump which the doctor could not operate, and then this person used to run bars and would do whatever body processes would show up during that time for him. I think she ran processes on him almost every alternate day for good 2 to 3 months. And later on, when he went for his checkup, the doctor realized that that
Lump
whole
had melted.
lump had reduced to by 90%. So there was
Wow.
just maybe 10 or 5% left. And then they operated and they got rid of it. And he's absolutely fine right now.
Wow.
So you have no idea what changes. We can't say, okay, this is the cure for it or this will change. You can't really claim things. But when you allow the miracles to keep showing up without any point of view, without being vested in the outcome, just by receiving, things just start unraveling and creating something so much more
So
dynamic.
so light. And even for period pain, oh my God, I used to have bad period pain too. And with these processes, at least I don't recall that I suffer from period pain, you know. So that change, when you just put your hands on your body and just target, you give the command and you know it's melting. Something is melting, something is moving underneath your hands, you know, like it's so yummy. And I know Farida is from Africa, and she did a body class, and she has some miraculous, um, you know, experiences with people over there. She's been creating so much magic with body processes and body class. Oh my God, yeah. So here she's there, the Farida. She's the only one who's daring enough to keep a video on. You know, the rest are all hidden. So yeah.
And and I was lucky to have the body class with you.
Yeah,
Although
thank
after
you.
so many conversations of inconvenience, but then finally we did it. And
Yeah,
as
we
and
managed.
it also helped my husband a lot. And still now I'm running body processes on him, on myself, and many other people, and it's really helping.
Yes. You know, it's so much fun to see that people have shifted, change, and the only thing is that when a physical reality changes is when they start trusting more. While you know, if you can, you know that you are shifting, you are changing. It's that ease that we are saying, that Smriti explained, that um you know that it is going to show up. You know things are going to change, and you know things are going to be different.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Exactly.
go ahead, Raashi.
no. So Rashi, what are you? What I know you do a lot of body classes because you host and you kind of obviously are a part of so many classes. So in the last 1 year, what do you see has shifted for you with a body class? Because that's like doing a lot of work on people's bodies, right? What is it?
So I remember starting from my first body class because I was introduced access during COVID. And the minute India opened up
Open.
and to receive a body class, and I was like, okay, that's the only class would allowed us to touch and could interact people. From that time, I just knew this class was really magical and different.
Yeah.
And after that, I have just seen that I'm just done more and more body classes. And before I could know, I started hosting you guys for the
Yeah.
body. And like what how Smriti started, that part of that ease and easy. I In simple words, what body class does, according to me, is it really creates ease to the degree of your knowing. Like how people say, how do you know this? How did you must have really practiced, or you must have done. Just choosing even one body class, that awareness, that deepness in your body that creates, it just creates ease in every area of your life. You just start knowing what will create more for you. And that
Yeah.
magic just opens up, be it your money, relationship, whatever you're asking for. And
I personally feel that we probably either don't know that we are magical, or we do not want to believe that, or with after body class, I think you start trusting yourself a little more.
exactly that. The trust increases, and since you asked within a year, I think just that trust, the knowing of you, like the more and more the classes you do of the body class, it just, and going the further the ABC along with it, the advanced body class, it's just
Oh
like,
yeah.
wow, like it's your body. You know how we talk, give your body the gratitude. That's the true way of giving
True.
gratitude to your body, by doing body classes.
I was not, I just said that I got into access with zero gratitude. In fact, it was in the minus. It was sub-zero. I mean, it was way below. I didn't even know that I have to be grateful for even people who have been um, terrible with me. But when I start, and earlier I used to do a very mechanical job of doing that. But after, especially body classes, you're like, hey, you know what? Thank you. It's just like a lot of thank you. That just it just flows out. So
So,
that
The body classes usually actually start making you so present with your body, because most of the time we're not even embodying our body. We're just all living in our mind,
Yeah.
thinking constantly, why did this person do this to me? Why did that happen? And poor me, and so on. It's when you start actually being very present with your body, when you actually start embodying your body, you start recognizing the gift of that, and that gratitude just sort of starts flowing. You just so much at ease with everything. So yeah,
So
that and you
it's
feel
just,
confident, you feel so good, and
yeah.
you're out there to face the world. Yeah, that's one of the
Yeah,
gifts of
that's
attending.
so true. And so, you know, how I see a body is like, you know, a chariot where you have the horses, and who is running that chariot? You, the one who's actually running that body being given to you in this reality. Literally, would the horses not know that there is danger ahead and you don't need to go ahead or whatever? Your body knows it all. But only if you allowed yourself to navigate, you know, allow your body to navigate, rather, I would say, because body is that sensory organism. It doesn't think. It's not into thinking. Mind is into thinking, and then that limits you. What if you allowed your body to maneuver through wherever you had to go? And you know, when people say, why would I create illness for this? Yeah, but because you had no other idea of probably, you know, sailing through that situation. So maybe falling was okay. Maybe falling sick was okay. How you escape situations. I mean, that's what, and body is not wrong. You created that body. If you created that body, then you can change it too. And whatever is going on with your body.
That.
When I
And
don't want
Kavita,
to face, yeah, when I didn't want to face a lot of things, I would fall sick. That's the easiest way. Even if I'm not sick, how often do we tell people, I'm not feeling too well, I can't come, I'm sorry, I would like to come, but I wouldn't, you know? And three excuses you can't really fight are, I don't have the money, I am sick, and I don't have the time. And the other one is, of course, I have children. Yeah. So yeah.
Kavita, could you talk about when people are talking with ease with bodies, and majority of the people, have been in access here, and they say, like, what we've done the body class. So what is that space that they could have more ease by choosing these classes? Because I look at it, how many of a body class you do, it's
So
less.
it's less. The only thing is that, you know, we do something once and we want everything to change. We are lovely. We're cute humanoids. Okay. We're going to do something once, and then we want everything to change. The only thing is, you're not even going to go and do your sessions or receive sessions. You're not going to keep doing it for it to become part of your system. It's just like, you know, going to gym one day and, you know, 2 hours you're going to gym out on just that one day. And the entire year you'll be like, I know I have to go. I can't make time, and I didn't have, you know, and everything. So, so you can't build your muscle in a day. So what after I did my first body class, it was only something that I knew that I've spent that money. Might as well, you know, make the most of it, and kept searching for people where, you know, I could run theirs and they could run mine. It was a commitment to myself. 1.5 years, and I'm so grateful to that lady that we swapped a process every Tuesday. We would meet, and that was, I would get paid sessions on that day, and I would say, hey, you know what, I'm booked, I cannot come and see you. 3 to 4 hours, whatever time that would take. Tuesday I will go, unless it was an emergency. I have swapped processes like nobody's business. So that kept changing, and I used to look forward to a Tuesday. Now, when is that Tuesday going to come that I can receive a process or gift a process and stuff like that? So what I have seen people is like, oh, I've done it. Oh, but it's not something that you've just done it. You know, are you doing it? It has to be a part of your muscle. It has to be a part of your system. That's what I've seen. That if you really want the kind of recognition, that result, I think you need to continue to keep doing it. As you said, that not one is not enough. Simple. If you have to reach an advanced body class, why does Gary say that you have to do 2 body classes? He could straight away do all the other classes. Once is enough, but once is not enough. Is the only thing. So Farida is writing, there was a terrible relationship and used to bother me, but now it's as if the person does not exist. This happened after the body class, and I'm grateful for the person to go to the extremes, and I am at ease now. That's amazing, Farida. Because something in you shifts. You as a being shifts, your body shifts, everything when it's shifting, and you're no longer the same person. You're an upgraded version of you. Would you not want to do that with yourself? Any of your of the access class. I'm not saying that, trust me, Right Voice for You changed my world, my life when I did it long, long ago. And now I crave to do another one. Business class. Oh my God, that changed so much. But it started from a point that you have to get your body to go there. You have to take your body along with you. Unfortunately, we don't even have a relationship with our own body. We're constantly judging it and rejecting it. How do you carry yourself where you have to be or where you have to go?
Can I just add to what Farida mentioned?
Yes,
Like,
please.
when you're doing all these body process classes and you're attending all this and you're constantly receiving body processes, it's like you start actually embodying your body. You start becoming very, very present with your body. And you also start building a huge sense of self-worth where you're not going to allow anybody to treat you in a particular way anymore. You just start trusting yourself so much. And also, one very important thing, your body gives you information without any filters. So no matter how sweet somebody is being with you or what they're saying, but their real intent just comes across to you without any filters. So you will feel somebody is being very nice with me, but why do I feel as if, like my stomach is, I'm getting a very sinking feeling in my stomach or a heaviness on my shoulders? It's because your body is making you aware of that person's true intentions. So you start becoming so much more aware and you start seeing people for who they are. And also that sense of nobody gets to treat me like this anymore. So it's very, very empowering. Any
Yeah.
of them, yeah, especially these body classes, they are just so empowering because it gives you a sense of being. Like,
I know. I want to add to this, Smriti. It's almost taken me 10 years, of course. I'm a slow learner, is what I say. And it came very late on the planet, by the way. I'm the last born child to my parents, and it just took very long to come. But having said that, it's this year that I've started recognizing that I can very easily tell the person uh, something which is not, where I was being a big five, like the fifth element, trying to save them from the embarrassment of me telling them something. Now I tell them, and I sense that sinking feeling in them, in their bodies. My body is giving me the information, and I don't go into wrongness of me. Oh my God, that is such a shift with the classes that we do and all. I'm like, okay, you say what you have to say without feeling bad for the other person. It's like, a lot of time you don't want to hurt anyone by saying what you want to say, but you find hurting yourself, and that doesn't really work. So it's about you're sensing it in your body when you're saying it to them, that they're feeling bad or whatever, but you don't come to a conclusion or feel terrible about it, or start judging yourself that I'm such a
that
mean and nasty person. Yeah.
that also comes from that sense of self-worth that you start building for yourself, where you're not willing to take any nonsense from anyone, and then you're willing to even speak out and say, hey, this does not work for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's really, really interesting. So cool.
That's a body class, and I would not take it away from the limelight that Right Voice for You gives, because that gives you the voice to say things. So yes, I mean, you can have magical experiences in that class as well. But though we're not promoting right now that class, we will soon. But having said that, a body class gets you to be more with yourself. Because somebody asked me, hey, I just feel too alone, or someone said, I just feel too lonely. I said, the fact is, you're never alone. You're always two, at least. That your being and your body, you're always two, and if you could just be one, there's no way that you can feel lonely. There's no way that you can feel left out, Because when you're not being with you, you'll definitely feel the FOMO or the left out feeling.
That's beautifully expressed, because what you're doing is continuously a separation of you.
Yes.
And in that separation, no one knows where you are.
Mm.
So automatically your relation, your money, because no one can see you. So how can you have anything?
No one can see you. You're not seeing you either. Yeah.
Either, yeah. It's a two-way stream. And that's why the whole, how we say, as Kavita's been talking about, your own voice, everything starts to disappear because there's no identity of you. And then we, day in and out crib, oh, I'm having this issue, I'm having health issue, because you're not ready to have you in your body. So to summarize this whole thing, how much are we all resisting to have ease with ourselves?
Yeah.
And the body is your own, it's a part of you. You have chosen this body to come down, because we all have to see that space. The minute we die, our body goes away. So
Yeah.
are we all ready to have that ease with this beautiful costume we all have created here?
And the only thing is that, you know what, we are not, you took a body. For what good reason did you took a body? You were fine there, up there, hanging out with your, past lifetime friends or entities or whatever you will call them. So you were fine there, right? Well, you took a body for what? And everywhere you were told that, you know what, it's the most disgusting thing to be on planet Earth, and you've come here to die. So you start killing your body since the time you kind of start off your journey here. That starts changing. Your way of looking at things starts changing. Yeah. And having ease with that. Yes. Questions?
A question for you, Kavita.
Yeah.
You mentioned that your money reality changed.
Yes.
After attending these classes. So can you speak a little bit about that? And before you speak about that, we'll just okay. I forgot what I had to add. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was a single mother. I'd done a lot of other modalities like hypnotherapy, and I'd done Reiki, pranic, a lot of other modalities I had done before I got into Access. I was a facilitator for another modality, and I was not making money. I couldn't manage to run the house for even a month. Okay. I was very low on funds. Somehow I just managed to kind of get to Access classes and started doing that. That was the first time I started asking for money. Okay. When you're doing your own thing, you need to, hey, can I have the money, please? Without the embarrassment or the shame that, for healing also you're charging. Imagine my brothers were doctors, they used to say that. You charging for healing is such a noble thing. You should not charge. And I'm like, really? Then you should not be charging either, right? Being a doctor is a greater degree. But anyway, so that's where I started making that money. And I still remember I made 20,000 in a month, which was the biggest amount 10 years ago that I had earned up until then. And so it was basically making money and asking for money. Oh my God, that changed so much too. And I realized that my father is my father. I can go up to him and ask money from him. He would oftentimes ask me, Beta, you want something? And I would always say no. And I was very good at saying no to everything. And that's where I opened up saying, and changed that thing to asking, yes, Papa, whatever you want to give me. And well, he did. And he's like, how much? I said, how much ever you have, or how much ever you want to give. So imagine, I could not have imagined myself having this conversation. My relationship with my father changed a lot when my receiving opened from him considerably. It opened up from my ex-husband, of course. And overall, I just saw a lot of sexual ness, like we spoke in Christopher's class, the sexual energy that opened up, and almost every man at that time wanted to contribute money to me. And they would, in a way that they would come for their sessions, and I would earn money through that. So as a way of looking at a business, that I never thought that I could make healing a business. And that took 7 years to kind of recognize, oh, this is a business. I'm not doing charity. Yeah. That changed over a period of time. Things changed, and I suddenly woke up, and so yeah, so making money from through classes, through things, I never thought that this could be a business, because it's a lesser known business, right? I mean, if you're not a doctor, engineer, or some good degree holder, then you're really good for nothing, right? So from that, and then of course, inheritance from my dad, a lot of things, one after the other, it just opened up a different way of looking at things, and not feeling sorry or embarrassed or ashamed of asking. And yeah, that's why I say that Access, I owe it to Access, definitely. No matter whether they increase their prices or decrease their prices, doesn't matter. But I owe it to Access, because today I'm alive is simply because of Access. I was only considering death before I got into Access. And I was ready to commit suicide, but it was difficult. I just couldn't give pain to my body. I was like, is there some easier way to kind of die than I can? But everything, the joy of life and living, the minute I started becoming more joyful, more vibrant, money was just a byproduct.
Yeah, a lot of people have a point of view about access classes being very highly priced, but what they don't realize is the fact that how much, when you are paying a certain amount, you're only allowing that much change to show up for you. When you're willing to actually work towards attending a particular class, you are also working and choosing to create that huge, massive change for yourself. So
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
not just for anybody, it's for people who are really, really choosing to change, who will actually start showing up for all these classes. And
Yeah.
that's the invitation for the
So
three
in
classes.
I always tell people, what's the price of your life? I mean, how do you put a price to your life? This is still nothing. Because we never considered life as valuable. I think that's why we think, oh, why should it be this much? Because death is more appealing to a lot of people, and that's why we don't consider life as more exciting. So why should I pay so much? And but well, I'm in a city of Gujarat where entertainment is way more valuable there. So they would like, go out for eating food and spending 10,000 there, no problem. You know, clothes, no problem. But who does all of these things? So yeah,
And to add that, death is easy.
death is easy. Quickly, you're out of it. I'm done. Yeah, because a lot of people who have financial debts, the only thing that they think about is, oh, if I died, everything is sorted. But I should just go. Ask every mother whose child is not listening to the mother. Like, okay, the day I go, then you will see. Like they're ready to go. So yeah, they just want to die. Dying is easy. Though, yeah, but I came to a conclusion that even dying is not easy. You really require a lot of courage to kill yourself. So we're all very courageous. You're trying to kill ourselves, right? But to live a life joyfully doesn't really require too much energy, too much force. You're just being it. That people find it difficult. Like, for the longest time, till the age of 40, I kept saying, I don't know how to cook Maggie. Either it will become like a halwa, or it'll be too raw to eat. But yeah, at 40, I conquered that art of making Maggie. So that's fine. Something which is very easy is very difficult for me. So a lot of people think that dying is easy, which is not actually. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be.
Also, like I just remembered what I wanted to say earlier. It's like when we tend to hold on to our emotions and we're not able to talk to people about how we are being treated or whatever, and you tend to, when you're not able to speak up, so you tend to hold all those emotions in the cells in your body.
Yes.
And like I've noticed also, like say, for example, with people with, say, for example, cancer, especially if it's uterine cancer or prostate cancer, it's like they might not be very happy in the relationship, but they will continue being in that relationship constantly, actually allowing their body to kill themselves, because that's the
So true.
easy way to leave, instead of standing up for themselves and saying, okay, this is not working, let me make a different choice. They'd rather create some sort of disease in their body as a way to start moving away from that relationship, because that's, as we mentioned about ease and easy, it's like the easy way. I don't have to deal with 10 people. It's a more
Yeah.
acceptable way oh, I had this particular disease, and because of that, like I will now soon, pass away or whatever. But that's what we start doing, and we're doing it all subconsciously. We're not choosing it like cognitively, but yeah, this is what starts
So
showing up. So
basically,
when you're doing these
suffering is
body
easy.
processes, all the
Yeah.
subconscious beliefs that you're holding on to, all those subconscious points of view that you're holding on to, and things that all those emotions that you have locked in your body start unraveling. And
Yeah.
it just
So true.
And like there's so
yes,
many more areas. So imagine, as Smriti explained to one point so beautifully, there's so many more areas in your life that you can have the ease what we all are asking for. And as Kavita expressed, how many ever body classes we do, it'll always be less. The swaps will be less because you have to come from the space. We've come down on this planet Earth more than 4 trillion years.
Yeah.
So are we carrying from lifetime after lifetime things?
So it's about you showing up differently. As I said, that my entire wardrobe changed. Look at my hair. It's no longer when I started out. It was, you just constantly open to changing. It just, colors got added to my wardrobe. Everything. It just, I never. I would appreciate and admire other CFs that, wow, they look so gorgeous. Now I'm like, hey, I too look gorgeous because the way I carry myself now. So could I imagine it on day one when I was attending a body class? No, of course not. But things shifted and changed, and I started embracing things that I had judged so much or were judged in this reality. If you're, like as simple as wearing a red lip color makes you look like a slut. Interesting point of view, isn't it? I mean, yeah. So, and I would really admire those women who was like, wow, they look so gorgeous wearing it. So your points of view, you started having more ease with a lot of people. Talking to people attracts a lot of anxiety, especially after I have a fight or an argument with, is that yours? That's a fantastic question, Tejaswini. Is that even yours? Are you aware of them shaking after an argument or a fight? Is that your anxiety?
Times I feel my legs are shivering after the fight or something. I am afraid to face these people, especially after that argument. I faced that incidents a lot many times because I work for community animals and I feed them at certain points of times. And somehow people are sometimes very unkind to us, saying you don't have a right to feed them, though it's a public place. And it's a very kind task, a noble task to feed anybody who's asking for food. So this is
So what you're
especially
saying, yeah, what you're saying is relatable because I, I have been there in that when I was going through, but trust me, things have shifted to another level because now loud voices do not shake me up. And I really would thank all the tools of access and of course the body processes because something becomes stronger, like how Smriti said, the self-worth goes up. They're trying to pull you down, but your self-worth will not go anywhere because you know who you are now, right, Smriti?
yeah. Also, they are also responding to the judgments that they think you have about them. So when they are talking to you and they are saying things, just be very aware. Just that the first thing you have to do is just lower your barriers, expand your being, and have no judgment about them. And just keep saying interesting point of view. They have this point of view, and just be calm. You don't have to speak up. Just keep nodding your head and not responding. And after a while, they will not have anything to speak to you about, right? And then they'll also then you also start pulling energy from them. When you're doing that, then they actually start seeing the contribution that you're being for those animals instead of judging you and stuff. So life can be quite
Is
easy.
more ease,
Ease.
joy, glory. Yeah.
Yeah,
Access
enjoyable.
mantra says ease, joy, glory. Nishanti Singh, I've gone through a surgery. I'm not easy with ease. I'm not at ease with my body. My body is not ready to work, but I need the money. So there's a lot of conflict within. Nishant, are you taking seeding body processes is what I would say, because that will get your body to heal quicker. And Since you're talking about ease, I think you've done a few access stuff. If you have, then just clear the entity, because if you've gone through a surgery, so who are you being? And what's the value of this conflict? Raashi, Smriti, want to add to this? You can, please.
You can
Feel free
ask your
to add.
body to start creating money for you.
Even lying down. Oh yes, Smriti, thank you. That's so beautiful. I forgot about it. सोते हुए भी पैसे कमा सकते हैं. Yes, when you're lying down or you're sleeping, you still can make money. But that's your point of view, which says that no, I can't.
There's a
You
clearing for this. Hold on, let me.
Yes.
So what energy, space, and consciousness can I and my body be to create a huge amount of money in my slumber with total ease?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. That's so good. See, ask and you shall receive.
Followed by the clearing statement, which we can't speak about right now here.
Yeah.
And see, with this, you can just create so much ease. The minute you ask, your body is always ready to receive more.
Oh no, it doesn't depend on what business you're in, because you can receive money from anywhere. And if you're only relying on business, then you have a problem. Tejaswini is saying, I have done body process 3-day class and I use a lot of tools. I will use what? Okay, yeah, I know you were kidding, Bunny. I was too, and I will use whatever you have shared. Okay, thank you. I'm seeing a lot of sensitivity in right side of the jaw and head. Yeah.
Anju has a question, I think.
Yeah, what I was sensing was towards my right side of the head and right jaw. I feel a lot of sensitivity going on. A constant, what do you say? Like as if some current flowing or something. I have cleared entities. I have done that class too. So my question is, what else can I look up to?
Who does it belong to? Something that's not yours, you can't heal it in the body. You just have to return it to sender. It is not yours. And if it is, then what is it that your body is giving you as information that you're not willing to receive? Are you seething with anger?
Wow, that's true.
Okay. So is that intensity? And then could you ask your body to melt it, or just pass it on or whatever, just release it because there's too much anger.
That made it a better actually.
Sorry?
Thanks a lot.
Also,
That made it
Also,
actually, thanks
Smriti
a lot.
wants to say something. Smriti wants to say something.
I said, you just mentioned that you've already done a 3-day body class. You have the manual, ask.
Just open the manual.
And see which body process will contribute.
Yeah.
And you can always run it yourself too.
But thanks for asking a question. Yes, Anju, your hand is up. Unmute and ask. Anju, are you there?
I think it's by mistake.
She just wanted to say hi, I guess. So cool. So thank you, people, for your questions. And I think, are we good to go?
Yes. So guys, the class is happening in Mumbai, 19 to 21st. That's the following weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Lemon Tree, Andheri. So you can get in touch with Smriti and me or Kavita herself.
Yeah.
And we would be happy to guide you all. And if it's a prerequisite left for ABC, as we know, there are 2 body class required for advanced body class, which Gary and Kalpana are coming in August in Mumbai. Yeah.
And there is a body class coming in Delhi as well, but that's Monday. That's 15, 16, 17 of this month. And then I go to Bombay. So see what works for you guys.
Right?
And Hyderabad, 24th, 25th, 26th is Hyderabad. So wherever you can get your body, ask your body to create that money and create ease with your classes, that what is it that you can, where is it that you can choose and receive. Here, Smriti is given that clearing. What ESC can I in my body be to create huge amounts of money in my slumber with total ease? Yay. So what if you just, guys, if you get the money, are you going to come for the class? A lot of people say, I don't have the money, so I can't come. But the point is, the minute you choose, the money starts showing up. It's just a choice. So yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Smriti. Thank you, Raashi, for being on this call. It's so much fun.
Thank you, Kavita, for having us over.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raashi.
Bye.
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 See you. Bye.